Chapter 27. College Life 2001. Date written, Feb. 2, 2018. By Oliver C Colobong. At the beginning of early millennium I started my college degree, it was year 2001. After my 1 year farming on the province, I am here again at Manila and continue my studies. It was a difficult time for adjustments after 1 year training from our farm with my dad, a lot of things to remember and things to be grateful for. At this time of my life I realize how difficult doing the farming is than going to school and pursue your dreams. Thanks to my dear father and my grandfather who support me. Again at this time, I really focus on my studies because I know the future lies in my hand. This is the last resort. If I did not do it well, there is no future or waiting for me. And thanks God for the full support, and until at the end I am still striving. My first year college year 2001, my professor in charge on design my dear Arch. Annie C Pugeda. I remember my very first plate of design was a gasoline station. And it is because my first time to handle this kind of problem I did some research. Especially going to the gasoline station and do some sketches and show how gasoline station looks like, and I did it for the first time. After a few weeks later, upon meeting our professor in charge, she asks to submit our first plate in complete requirements showing the plans, elevations and section and a perspective. Oh my dear Lord, what I did exactly is not the requirement she asking for. I put it on a small bond paper with some sketch using a Mongol pencil. What she asking is put on a 20 by 30 inches Bristol paper. I'm the only one who did the requirements, but unfortunately not on a proper material. I am still submit it even it is not complete. The whole class or received a first sermon from the professor. This is the first time I heard how strict my design professor is. Upon receiving my first plate grade I got 70% and it was so devastating. I think to myself, do I need to continue my course or shift to fine arts? And from that moment I change my mind. I am going to make such different approach and it will change the course of my profession. I learn from my mistakes. I did all the requirements. I work hard every day and night so that I can complete my plates on time. Color using water to mix it. And I realize this type of color doesn't have white color at all. Besides architectural design, we still have other subjects like visual techniques. I learn how to apply different tonality using one pencil from dark to light techniques and light to dark effect. It was so interesting activities that I to design subject specially applying to my line value, which is the elements of design. On my first year second semester my professor in charge Arch Edna Lim, beautiful and sexy and everyone admire her beauty. My first plate entitled Architect's Office. Second plate, City Jail. Third plate, Catholic Church. And fourth plate, Police Station. Anyway, every second semester we have competition plates, and fortunately my first time and won a first place in the Architectural Design Challenge. My second year first semester my professor in charge architect Zenaida Dakane. She is very good in verbal and English speaking professor. I like the way she deliver her message and totally understood. One of my plates from her is the supermarket. And the concept is the structure of an animal, and it is really interesting design after fish. Some students are saying Ma'am Dakane is a terror professor. I talk to myself, for my entire life I never seen a terror person. How it looks like. What I know about her is an exceptional professor on the planet. I am pretty sure you will be failed from your subject if you missed one of her requirements. That's why some of the students saying Arch Zenaida is a terror, and I might say she is not at all, and for me she is a kind of good person. My second year second semester professor in charge Arch Rolando Patina. My first plate, Regional Shopping Center. Second plates, MRT Station. Third plates, Club Hose. Fourth plates, exempted due to housing competitions. Studies without joy is boring. What makes me happy and enjoy my life as a student? My classmates. I have a friend Elzo. He became my friend when I met him on a minor subject class with Ma'am Kagadas. For the first time he looks so serious, and while waiting for the professor in charge he is enjoying reading a news paper instead of a class book. He is crazy, I mean he is a kind of looks nerd man. I saw the newspaper in front of him as a photo of a grilled hot juicy pork ribs with a small green lettuce on top of it, and I feel hungry on that time when I look at the picture. The next day I did not hesitate to approach him and talk about our course. And I ask him what year in architecture does he is taking at that time and so on and so forth. We become close and meet with other architecture students like Eric de Guzman, Vincent Mendoza, Guevara, Luminog, Paulo Asuncion the Escape Guy, Rogalin, Moico, Liza Camo, Ryan Cubine and many more. As years our friendship are going closer, we go for lunch together. After that we goes directly to Paris Billiard Hall, get some time to enjoy our. I tried to play billiards one time and never become my hobbies, but as a student I enjoy it anyway. We stay at Elzo's residence every time we have a long free time hour, especially weekends. We spend the whole night playing guitar, PlayStation, dart and cards. He has a small drafting table and if someone is enjoying doing the plates just go on. Every time Elzo's birthday we drink a lot of Sunmig Light with different types of foods. Like prawn, grilled mussels, barbecue, pancit bihan and hot bulalo for a hungry stomach, and of course after dinner and during beer hour we love to smoke cigarette. With a sound trip at the roof deck of his apartment. There was a time we spent a night on his apartment and we planned to buy some food to eat around his place at 3 o'clock early in the morning. As we step outside the house the place are very quiet. With a bright street light around the corner and we encounter some suspicious people outside and someone is spying us and we don't know the reason and we don't know his troops are ready to run, rumble, fight in case we in trouble. Fortunately we come back home safely with our early breakfast meal on that night. On our friendship barcadas you expect a lot of funny moments to remember. One time it happens overnight when you sleep early, someone is doing funny things while you are sleeping. They put some color on your face and some highlights on your hair. And take some photos of yours. That was happen on my apartment at Instructions. Dapitan. My friend Matsing Roland, Vincent Mendoza, Eric Tiggs de Guzman, Luminog as Bangay, General Guevara and Roderick Alvarez as Dodong are with me and enjoy doing our plates and scale model. Vincent and I went to PUP to join poster making contest. We bring along with our drawing instruments, color and brushes. On our way to the we ride on a jeepney with some students on the board, and on our way there is a slim suspicious guy coming closer to the jeepney and tried to seat inside, and the next thing he does are looking each of us and targeting his next victim of snatch. He tried to get the handphone of one of the students and he show his small knife to scare him, and everyone are managing themselves to bring outside the jeepney and run over the corner. We saw the student with his scare on his face when did not manage to help him because we are scared too, ha ha ha. Anyway we reach the place of the events and ask for the main criteria of the competition. At that time we meet Mr. Jean Sarita and Mr. Leandro Paguia, our schoolmates and architecture students. 2. My third year first semester my professor in charge Arch. Rudy Ferrer. Plates, Mountain House. Sir Rudy is a good advisor, he discuss everything he know about the project. All possibilities and future development are necessary for the consideration of all project program. But he is not on the mood. We feel like he is not feeling well about his condition. We know he got health problem, but anyway he is able to manage his own way of teaching the class. I understand if someone is not in a good health. I am aware of doing the necessary things on the class to avoid any further contribution to his ailments. Oh my dear Lord, after few years of existence from the last day I met him, now he is gone and be with the Lord. On my 5th year first semester my preparation for thesis, I started to draft my proposal passe Bay Tower during summertime. It was the month of April and May. Before start the school year for the next month. I totally finished the yet finalized, but before I start my sketch I have already the perspective of what it looks like my project when it is finished. Illustration board during My fourth year, and all necessary program of the building are put on the list so that it is easy for me to allocate the space program for the entire. I am not so frustrated when I enter the school year after a long time vacation because everything are set in my mind so I don't have to worried about my project. It's just a matter of time to prepare all final drawings and the book itself for final presentation. I delivered my thesis with guidance of Almighty God and everything is well. The best thesis of all times for individual category. I got an average score of 97.4, it is the highest record at that time.